Hey yo, I don't do drugs anymore, but I wanted to tell you kind of a story about one of my. It might have even been my very first magic mushroom experience. But when I was like 16 or, yeah, probably 16 years old, um, 16 or 17 in 2011. I would have been in year 11, technically in year 11, but I dropped out of high school and I was. Uh, Actually, it might have been even year 10. I can't remember. It was like 16 or 17 years old. And I wanted to talk about this experience of like hyperphantasia. Like, it's funny because I've got aphantasia now, where when I close my eyes, I don't see anything. And I can't, like, if you tell me to imagine a golden apple or imagine a red apple, I close my eyes and I can have thoughts about it, and I can construct thought patterns and thought shapes and spheres about what the object is and stuff, and create like stories about the object. But I can't. I can like intuitively feel out the object as well, but I can't visualize anything when I close my eyes. But back when I used to trip on psychedelics, um, and this aphantasia stuff might be because I'm on medication, because I am clinically fucked up in the head, dude. I am insane with schizoaffective disorder. Um, but what I wanted to get to was when I was tripping on mushrooms. Let's just go back to the first time. Um, I had an experience about an hour into the trip. I was eating a McDonald's bag full of mushrooms, probably like the equivalent of 10 grams or more. 10 grams at least. And they were just wet mushrooms, like 10 grams of wet mushrooms, I suppose. Actually, that doesn't sound like much, but it was a lot. It was a whole McDonald's bag full, pretty much. Um, and we had no idea what we were doing. We just wanted the trip. And the mushrooms kicked in about half an hour, which is pretty quick for mushrooms. Like full blast as well. And a bit later on in the trip, I'm just going to skip past all the details. I'll tell the rest at a later date. Um, bloody started hallucinating so heavy that I couldn't distinguish what was happening outside of my eyes and what was happening behind my eyes. And it's like you close your eyes and it's geometric, well, not even geometrical, like complicated fourth dimensional patterns inside and out, but you're looking inside yourself so deep, depth perception going inwards, that like the hallucinogenic patterns move or fourth dimensionally around you, and you're like snaking through them, and you can kind of guide like your perspective through it, but like you can switch perspectives. You can switch third perspective inside yourself to first perspective going through it. And then you open your eyes and you just see an hallucination, and it's just like, whoa, I don't know if I'm closing my eyes, I don't know what's going on. And then you'd snap back and you'd see, like, on the walls, you'd see the pictures of the Doors and the Kinks and the Eagles of Death Metal and the band posters on the wall. And they'd be kind of like smiling at you and like making faces, like, and like even like telepathically talking to you. The pictures on the walls, like, it's like something was captured from the soul of the person that the photo was taken from. And I close my eyes again, and then I'm like hallucinating inside myself, and like I'm talking like animals. My mate Alex goes, "Don't go too deep into it, Kale. I can see you kind of going inside. Don't do it too much. I did that once." And I'm like, "Oh shit, that scared me." And then I'm like, closing my eyes. Whoa, fuck! It's like a roller coaster going inside. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I haven't touched that for 10 or more years. Um, yeah, I haven't tripped for a bit longer than that. This perspective has given me a weird face. But yeah, drugs, highly recommend them if you're a kid. Um, if you're an adult, maybe lay down the telephone. Experience these things in your youth. Um, if you feel guided to go and do ayahuasca, do it if you want. I think it's just going to give you an ego. Yeah, glad to have experienced it. But I think that's an example of hyperphantasia. I just saw it pop up on my feed, and I didn't watch the video, but I saw hyperphantasia, and that just come to my mind, so I thought I'd post a video on it. If in fact hyperphantasia is when you visualize intensely in your third eye, or when you close your eyes. Yeah. Love you. Don't make it weird, man. Don't look into my eyes.